there. You can also see that award right there. Sorry, the camera's reversed. But it's all about consistency. It's all about being honest, transparent, taking control of the live, if you will. So when you go live, I would strongly recommend first talking about a specific topic. So the night before or something thereof, I get something in my head and I'm like, you know what? Today I'm going to talk about the 7 rules of life, how to win the game of life, because there is actual game, the life game. And if you know those rules, which I'll go over that as well. Some of you may have already seen that, but there's also, certain things that I love to talk about, and that's mindset. That's how to take and get rid of those people that are, nagging you or something thereof. First of all, if you're in a TikTok live, just block them. Let them get their words out a little bit. If it starts to go crazy, just block them and apologize. The other thing is introducing yourself. When people don't know who you are, you want to introduce yourself every single time. I'm David with AdLabs. Today we're going to talk about you want to be wealthy. How you going to do it? That's how you want to take and present yourself. I'm David. I'm with AdLabs. I am a 7-figure earner, and whatever the case may be, and establish your authority first and foremost, because then people are more apt to listen to you. What you're going to cover today, I'm going to teach you, how to take and transition yourself from the story to actually promoting what you are actually doing. Okay. So when I start off, I want every tip also. The first tip I'm going to give each and every one of you is the most important tip. Know your product. So you're in here because you bought AdLabs. You're in here because you're getting into AdLabs. You've been allowed to be an affiliate for AdLabs. So this is a huge way to make an income. I close probably 1 to 4 a day. There are days when I have 0. There are days when I have 5. There are days when, some days are just extraordinary. Some, like I said, I do have days when I go to 0, but it's not a bad thing. Okay. What do they always tell you with affiliate marketing? They tell you to test. Okay. With AdLabs, the ITOS method, T standing for test. What works, what doesn't work, and what is working for you. Does everybody in here actually and have been through the AdLabs course? Because that's where most of your stuff is going to come from. And there's so many nuggets in there that you can use to harness Rick's course to promote it. Okay. You are not the creator of the course. You were just promoting it. So therefore, as an affiliate, you were taking it, you were going through it, but those gold nuggets of what to do with those nuggets is absolutely break them up, make different segments of what you want to cover. But I actually choose what I want to cover that day. So today we're going to go over what the 3 R's of millionaires are. Okay. Every millionaire you come across, they live by the 3 R's. Does anybody know what those R's are? Has anybody listened to podcasts or anything thereof? It's quite possibly that you learned it from there. I'm going to give you the first one, resourceful. In order for you to take and actually be an entrepreneur, you have to be resourceful. You have to be able to take and think outside the box, because you are the owner of your own business now. You are the one that is behind the camera that everybody else is watching. So you present yourself as a person. But if I have reasons and stuff to go by, it's because I've looked it up. I've found statistics. Statistics are really big when you're going live. For example, the average American makes $3,261 a month. Every company across the country knows that. Getting this information is all at the palm of your hand, in your phone, on your computer, Google, whatever the case may be. Other statistics are, a couple of them that I looked up myself, and these are very powerful. 2 million people worldwide, as of the beginning of spring, became online entrepreneurs that are making 6 figures a year. Those are huge examples of why you would want to take and get into the online industry. But look at those, get those statistics, find what you want to cover for your live. You know, you don't just go on live and be like, I'm David from AdLabs, and tonight we're going to cover. No, we don't do that. Okay. Obviously, that's going to be a given, but I take notes. Everything that I do, I take notes. Okay. So when I give people the example of how I went from being a struggling paramedic to, you know, living paycheck to paycheck to being an affiliate marketer, you know, harnessing that skill is something that takes practice. It takes time, but it also takes consistency, and you have to do it every single day, and to the point to where you can literally talk in your sleep. Every one of my videos that is on TikTok, if you notice, there is no cutting, there is no trimming. It is exactly what is in my head displayed on that camera. Everybody can agree to that, I hope. Timothy, you're here. You've seen some of my videos. Billy, you've seen some of my videos. Deborah, you've seen some of my videos. You'll notice that when I do a TikTok video, I don't take in pause. I don't take in do this or switch positions. I've tried that. It's too awkward for me. I have everything right here in my head because I have studied everything about what I am promoting. And that's the key factor. What's the difference between a good car salesman and a bad one? The good car salesman knows everything about that vehicle, everything about the different models of that vehicle. That's what makes people look at them as the expert. If you want to be the expert, you have to know
station alert has arrived.
AdLabs and sorry, turn off the phone. My bad. Yes, I hate the crazy stuff everyone is told to do now. All the fake side hustles, so dishonest. Yes, absolutely be honest. If you say something, be willing to back it up. Pretend you're on a reality TV show and everybody's watching you, and everything you do is going to be truth, truth, and truth. Because if you get caught, you know, exaggerating and doing that stuff that everybody else is doing, you're going to get in big trouble, and you don't want that. So everything off the top of my head is actually on my videos. You can go to TikTok and watch every single one of them, and you'll see that I just go straight through. I definitely made it a point to get into everything I promote too, even when I'm actually going to give you an example of how to harness Rick's program. I was actually going through the ClickFunnels, and there were so many different key elements that you can take and use. When you're leveraging your mentor, you are already part of him. Okay, does that make sense? You know, everybody had a big question about that. When I leverage my mentor, I am a part of his team. We are now a team because I am with him. He is with me. We are a team, and people are going to leverage our information. Okay. You have to think in that mode, because if you do not, it's going to sound like you're a salesman. When you actually leverage and become part of the team and become part of the family, you are definitely going to make more of an impact. But when I say, you know, harness our 10 years of experience, you know, our business has, you know, $100 million in revenue over the past 3 years. Learn from our expertise. Let me take and see if I can get to it real quick. I'm looking at my other screen. Come on. That's not the right one. That's it, I think. Give it to me now. Why is it when you're live, everything is so much slower? That's not it either. For some reason, it is not working. Anyways, in the ClickFunnels, we do have funnels. I don't know if you know this or not, but you can actually leverage everything that Rick says, especially in that the unboxing. Leverage that. Write his words down. Leverage it. And when he goes talking about me and the product itself, AdLabs, hours. Okay, you want to make it yours. because that will give you a lot more things. But I'll give you an example of how I actually go live and what I do. Okay. So yesterday I did a live on TikTok. I actually got a close out of it. Like I said, I typically get a close out of every single one. I do not focus on the numbers. Do not focus on how many people are watching you. Do not focus on anything. The reason why I say that is because there is so many times, yes, there is so many times that I am watching a TikTok video, but I have not entered that TikTok video. So I can be on the other side where there's no comments, and I can just sit there and watch the person, just sit there and just mind my own business and just watch what's going on. You never know how many people are actually behind the people that are actually in there and those who are just getting an idea of what you're doing. So don't look at the numbers. In fact, ignore them altogether. Wouldn't it be more difficult for us doing TikToks and lives? We haven't had any success or track record that we can speak about. Okay, well, you don't have to have success, okay? You are leveraging AdLabs. You are leveraging Rick Chabrica, okay? When you leverage him, he is the success. He is the reason why you got into this. Don't be afraid to be a novice, because that is going to show when it comes to AdLabs. So you want to take and promote AdLabs. There's so many reasons. One of the key elements of why I like to promote AdLabs, and the reason why I have so much fun with it, is because it's not an affiliate marketing course. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Affiliate marketing works, but at the same time, even in the past, when I was making 5 figures a month, I was having struggles dealing with it because so many people took and asked that question. Well, aren't you promoting a course just to take a course to promote a course? Well, yes, that's true. But then I had to break it down into you're learning how to take and promote so that you can effectively promote other products when you get done with the course. And people don't seem to understand that. The nice thing about AdLabs is they can come in. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but they can come straight into AdLabs. You're going to take all the information that is in AdLabs, and you're going to be able to build your own business, develop your skills, and you're going to be able to contract yourself with other companies to where you can make, you're going to be able to take and contract with those companies so that you can make a consistent income from home. That is one of the key takeaways that I had, was that with affiliate marketing, I didn't know if I was making 10,000 next month or 5,000 next month or 15,000 next month. That was the negative. That was the drawback. With AdLabs, can you not get a contract with your skill set that you have and absolutely go out there and know what you're going to get per month? As you all know, we have contracts that are, 1.46 million, 122,000, I think was the last count, per month. We know that we're going to make that every single month. Whereas an affiliate marketer, I did not have that comfort. That's why I kept working as a paramedic. Even though I was making that money, I didn't have a consistent income, nor did I have a way to project what I was going to make in the next 6 months. Thanks, David. I like your explanation of how to promote AdLabs as a newbie. Sell Rick in the program. Yes, you want to absolutely pay attention to the program. You absolutely want to know what the key nuggets is. What's the difference between organic marketing and targeted marketing? Does anybody know the difference? I'll give it to you in a quick spill real quick. I can break it down really fast. So I knew at one point, I was actually told not to run paid traffic. I was told, don't do it. But I knew something else was up. My wife had been talking about it, and I literally got to a point where I was just like, I got to see why. I have to know why they're telling me not to do it. So on TikTok, I was able to promote one of my videos. So I took and I promoted that video to San Francisco. Now, if anybody knows, San Francisco is 17 square miles and has about 8 million people inside of that city limit. Okay, so I targeted that area. It wasn't the $10 that I was worried about. I wanted to know what was on the backside of it. And the backside of it told me every person that took and watched that video, how long they watched that video. And it also told me what age range that person was, regardless. But I knew the percentages of the people of my audience. But because I was able to target just San Francisco city limits, I knew exactly where my video was going. And that's when the light bulb went off. When you can target specific areas, specific regions, and square mileage, you are absolutely going to take and make a lot of money. And the reason why is because you know exactly where that's going to, and you know exactly who that ideal client is going to be. Plus, on top of that, people in San Francisco, there's a lot of people there, but there's a lot of people there that are very, very wealthy. So if you know how to take and get your business to a specific area where you know wealth is generated, guess what? Boom, done. The other reason why I like AdLabs is because we have now McCarty Media Marketing, right? So if you run a paid ad for your business, and let's say you put a paid ad from my house where I'm sitting right now, and I took a paid ad and I spread it out over, say, let's do 20 miles, okay? So 20 miles, my house is the epicenter of that radius of 20 miles. I can target everybody in that area. So it doesn't matter, you know, who's getting it. Sorry, I got something in my eye. It doesn't matter who's getting it, but I know one thing is for sure, that somebody, and there's probably a lot of somebodies that are within that 20-mile radius that owns a business, whether it's a hair salon, a nail salon, you know, a siding company, a painting company, a lady who likes to do crafts and has her own business or does candles. I know that I can target those people simply by making an ad that says something of the sort of, you know, we handle your Facebook ads, or, you know, let us help target your ideal clients for your business. Something to that nature. I just spent $1 a day. Big deal. $1 a day. You spend more money on a cup of coffee. So think about it that way. All right. If you can take and say, you know what, if I spend $7 every morning at Starbucks for a cup of coffee, you can spend $5 on an ad in your region in reference to your business, attracting that ideal client of yours, which is all the business owners in that 20 square mile radius. Does that make sense? Give me a 1 if that makes sense, and got that brain going so you understand how you're actually going to do that. But, you know, that's the reason why I love AdLabs, is because I went from the organic side and then I went to the paid side. The paid side gave me a clear vision, a tunnel that I could take and go straight to. And that's why I promote AdLabs, is because I know there's so many affiliate marketers out there that are struggling with organic traffic. Some are just like, I keep making videos and nothing's happening. The $1 a day, is that on Facebook? Yes. So you'll use Facebook as your platform. But, you know, think about it this way. The rule of thumb is that, quite honestly, if you're going to take and manage somebody else's ads, you don't want to make any less than $1,000 a month running somebody else's ads. But if you get a large client, you want to do 10% of that ad spend per month. So it's just a matter of you learning how to take in, put AdLabs together. Go back through it 100 times. I don't care what it takes. If you don't understand something, folks, I love the acronym GIN. G-I-N. Okay, not the drink. I like the acronym GIN. Google it now. YouTube it. There's all kinds of resources out there. It is just a 3-man show as right now, so you have to take and be able to be resourceful for the simple stuff. We want to help you. We want to help you grow and everything else, but you will find more knowledge when you actually do the researching yourself. You know, express what AdLabs is. It's Facebook ads. It's managing other company campaign Facebook ads. You know, you're learning a skill set to when I go into this, I'm going to take away all that knowledge. I'm going to take and build a business, and I'm going to implement everything that's on there. If you don't know how to run Canva, if you don't know how to run CapCut, you want to absolutely sit down for a weekend and study it, practice it, play around with it, get to know what buttons do this, what buttons do that. When I first started this, I had no idea, and I was just like, but I knew this is what I wanted. I knew this was the answer to all my questions when I was doing affiliate marketing. So guess what? I had to have that drive. So that's when the second R comes into place. You have to be relentless. You have to be relentless when it comes to getting what you want, the knowledge that you need, or, the dreams that you want. You want that boat, that car, and everything else. Well, this is how you do it. How much should you suggest your potential customers expect to pay a month on ads? That's dependent upon who is that, first of all. And second of all, like I said, it just depends. So I'm going to give you some, let's say I did this. I'm going to go through this with you. This is what I did the other day. Okay. TikTok Live. You're on TikTok Live. You're my guest. You're in my live. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is, hey guys, this is David McCarty. I'm the, owner of Passively Living, McCarty Media Marketing, whatever the case is, or I'm with AdLabs. Today, we're going to talk about setting the foundation for your future. There's 7 steps that you need to take, 7 rules that you need to have knowledge of so that you can win the game of life. Does that sound like I'm going into a TikTok Live right now? Give me a 1 if that sounds like I'm going into a TikTok Live. Facebook Live, it doesn't matter. It is just me introducing myself, telling you what we're going to cover, and then I'm going to teach you what I do. I'm going to show you what I see from my point of view, and I'm going to give you that knowledge. So in this example, purpose over pleasure. Purpose over pleasure is vitally critical in this business life, okay? The game of life. It's absolutely vital to have that purpose. What is your purpose? Everybody in here, what is your purpose? I'm sitting here and I'm holding a gun to your head and I'm giving you 3 seconds to tell me what your purpose is. I can tell you right now, unequivocally, without a doubt, in 3 seconds that my purpose is I love to help people. I've been a paramedic pretty much all my life. I've been an EMS all my life. I've had my CPR card since I was 13 years old. So, I love to help people. That's my purpose in life. Do I have to do it in the back of an ambulance? Absolutely not. I can actually take and go out and help somebody financially so they become, financially free so they can live a better life so they don't end up in the hospital. Does that make sense? So the other thing is that when you find your purpose, all right, do it every day, free. Don't charge anybody. Do it, master it, love it, breathe it, sleep with it. I don't care what you do with it, but master your purpose every single day. And eventually everybody will want to pay you for it. That's why it's so important that you actually know what your purpose is. So I like to help people. You may have your own business or something thereof where you help people with finance, or I guess I'm a little self-centered, LOL. I want less stress and more time at home. You can have that if you find your purpose, master it. And when people actually see the change in you, guess what? You're going to be sought after and people are going to pay you for that information that you have. The other thing is, the second rule is how you do anything is how you do everything. Think about that. How you do anything is how you do everything. That is the second rule in the game of life. You ever walk down a road and essentially looked into somebody's car and you're like, wow, that's a garbage dump. Well, right then and there, I can tell you my point of view is I can't imagine what their work life is like. Can't imagine what their finances are like. Can't imagine what their marriage or relationships are like. You kind of feel like, make your bed. Who is that? Because I was going to say that because the first step to anyone's success is make your bed. I saw that video. I loved it. All right, guys, here comes 2 of my most favorite rules. Never negotiate with your inner bitch. Yep, I said it. Never negotiate with your inner bitch, AKA your inner critic. Your inner critic is actually going to be the one that pushes you down, keeps you down, and says, no, you can't do this, and no, you can't do that. While you have an inner, sorry, Luke, I didn't see your name, while your advocate is in the trunk of the car, right? Well, if your advocate's in the trunk of the car, the one that's got your back, the one that's pushing you forward, and you drive in the car and you got your inner bitch sitting right beside you in the passenger seat, you ever going to reach your destination? No, because they're saying, no, you shouldn't go that way. You should actually go go that way. You see what I'm saying? Everybody has an inner bitch and everybody has an inner advocate. It is very simple. The other one too is anxiety is the anticipation of future pain and or future failure. How do you alleviate that? Does anybody know how to alleviate that anxiety? Anxiety is the anticipation of future pain. Anybody got a clue? How do you take and alleviate anxiety? Think about all those times that you had anxiety and what was the one thing that fixed it? Do something. I like it. What else we got? What else we got? Come on. Use it, use it, use it. How about action? Same thing that Deborah just said. Do something. Take action. Action alleviates anxiety. If you think of every situation that you've ever been in, that anxiety level goes up, 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 up. Okay? I can remember a time that I had a roommate and I sat there and was wondering what was going to happen because we weren't getting along. We were best friends, but when we moved in with each other, it was like two different people. It was like two males trying to run the roost, and it's just like, I don't like the way he's doing things. He doesn't like the way that I'm doing things. So I sat there, and, you know, quite honestly, I was getting to the point that we were about to go to blows. But you know what I did? I took the high approach, and that was I took action. I said, let's talk for a minute before you leave. He goes, okay. I said, tell you what, I know you don't like the way I live, and I know that you don't like the way you live, or you don't, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, we didn't agree on the way we lived each other. So what happened was I said, I'm gonna leave the apartment to you. I'm gonna go get my own place. You can find another roommate. It's not worth losing our friendship over. I feel like we're about to come to blows a couple of times. You know what? The next day, after that conversation, a weight was just lifted off my shoulders. And you know what? I saved a friendship. We're still friends today. Even though we can't live with each other, we're still friends today. But it was that anxiety that I had that was building up, and his was building up, and we were about ready to go to blows, but we took action. So guess what? It felt so much better the next day, and you'll feel so much better the next day as well if you just take action. The other thing is too, you can't be allergic to hard work. Every single day you have got to do a set of routine or something thereof. Every day I wake up at the same time. Every day I get the coffee. Every day I come into my office and I'm sitting here looking at messages from the night before, looking at what I scheduled myself for the night before, because your brain, let's put it this way. I schedule everything the night before for one reason and one reason only. I know that if I wake up and I had a bad sleep, I'm going to give myself excuses, right? But I made my day plan the night before, and I have to follow that plan. Otherwise, I'm lying to myself. You don't want to lie to yourself, because if you're lying to yourself, it just makes you feel bad. I got to go pick up my car now. I'll hop back on as soon if you're still on. Who's that? Is that Luke? I'm assuming that's Luke. Anyways, but yes, don't be afraid of hard work. Schedule yourself in a realistic manner that you can actually keep it's not only scheduling yourself, it's making you keep the promises to yourself. You know, wake up at 7 o'clock, get rid of the snooze button, forget the snooze button, wake up at 7 o'clock, make sure you're in bed and rested. Get up at 7 o'clock, drink your coffee, drink your 30 ounces of water, whatever the case is. Okay, well, who is it then? But if you can't take it, you know, it's those little steps that become monumental things. Schedule yourself, you know, keep the promises to yourself, work hard all day long. Don't be allergic. It was Kristen Lynn. Oh, okay. Thanks. Appreciate it, Deborah. But if you can't, you got to take and make their schedule. That's the one thing that's the difference between total chaos and a professional is a schedule. Keep your schedule, make it the same every day. Figure out what you're going to do tomorrow. Think about what you're going to do next week. On the phone with my wife, LOL, for a minute. Okay. 5 a.m., bro. All right. Having a bad day. How many people in here has had a bad day? How many people in here has had a bad week? How many people in here has had a bad month? honestly, you got the good life, right? You're living a good life. So who cares? You're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad weeks. You're going to have bad months. But on the other side of that, you have a good life. But on the other side of that good life, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad weeks and bad months. Get over it. Move on. Shake it off. Taylor Swift. There you go. But really, now, how did I learn all this stuff? I learned it from my mentor. I learned it from the millionaires that I surround myself with. Okay? That's who I surround myself with, is millionaires. You are the sum of the 5 people closest to you. And if you've got 5 millionaires who are surrounding you and giving you advice, you've got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Twice as much listening than talking. So, what do you do from there? I mean, you just surround yourself with knowledge all day long. You want to be a millionaire? Be a millionaire. You want to be a football player? Surround yourself with football players. You want to be a ballerina? Surround yourself with ballerinas. Make sure you have a coach. Quite honestly, there's so many times that I was scrambled, and even in this live, I'm scrambled a little bit because I've never gone before people like you. I've gone before strangers, but all of you know me, but I'm adapting and overcoming, improvising, and going with it, right? Sound like a professional, but at the same time, on the inside, I'm an introvert, so it's just like weird. But anyways, how do you get over what you want to be? You surround yourself with the people that you want to be. You surround yourself with the people that are successful. I had people tell me all the time, it's a scam, it's this, it's that. And I say, okay, what do you do for a living? Right? What do you do for a living? How much do you make a year? Be honest with me. They'll tell me they make $65,000 and they're a warehouse manager. You've got no place to be telling me nothing. You live an average life. You work your 9 to 5. Hell, how you pay the price. You guys remember the song. When you are taking and looking at and listening to your mentors, your coaches, the ones that are finding success, the ones that have success, the ones that are mentally sharp and have the mindset, I highly recommend listening to some millionaire mindset podcasts. They work. Holy smokes, do they work. I never was one to actually drive and listen to podcasts, but I took my kids on vacation and I listened to a podcast for 6 hours. It was absolutely mind-blowing. But how did I learn all this? It is from my mentors, from the people that I surround myself with. If you want to learn how I do what I do and how I live the life that I live, then I highly recommend following in my footsteps. Now, I am a freelance digital creator, content creator, but I'm also a marketer. And, I run paid advertisement for other companies that I contract with. Then I get them into the spiel of AdLabs. What has AdLabs done for me? Do you guys realize that I have already gone through a TikTok live with you? Do you guys realize that I just did a TikTok live with you while you're here? That's exactly the same spiel I gave last night or the day before in the morning, but that's exactly what I did. I wrote down a bunch of notes, went through it, practiced it, but that was my TikTok live. What I just did with you guys was showed you how to do a TikTok live, how to communicate with people, how to take and present yourself. If that was valuable to you and you want to know more, absolutely give me a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 12, 12, 12, 12. So, folks, the key point that I want you to take away from is no AdLabs, no Rick. If you know your product, you will be much more successful when you are running your lives. You will be much more successful because you will have a topic that you can talk about, not giving away all the information, but it's a topic that you can actually present with, and it is something that you can grow on. Anybody, give me a TikTok on your dreams. Give me a TikTok on your past. Give me a TikTok on, the troubles in your life. that's where you have to take and start with. That's how people get to know you. That's how people get to trust you. That's how people identify with you. That is so important, is people to identify with you. Those folks that are affiliate marketers that are struggling, get their attention. Tell them, you can take and use AdLabs to promote your affiliate marketing course. You see what I'm saying? I already did it once. I did it with TikTok. I took one of my affiliate marketing TikToks and I sent it to San Francisco. That's what AdLabs did. Okay. So be honest. First of all, everybody write this down. I want you to remember this. I want you to repeat this. I want you to live it day in and day out. If you don't have these skills, I want you to practice these skills. The last thing is this. You have to be resilient. You have to be resilient. There's going to be people that are going to try to bring you down. There's going to be people that try to say, no, it's not going to work. Your coworkers, your boss, everybody's going to tell you that it is not going to work. You're crazy. You're just going to be a scam artist and da-da-da-da-da. Look at them and laugh. Because even me, as a what do lives at all? Why do lives at all? Because there's people that are out there that need to have the knowledge. There's so many different ways. Haters gonna hate. You're exactly right. And who cares? Keep trying, keep doing, keep being consistent. They will see the difference day in and day out. I've had people that have followed me since the day that I first made a video. Holy God, I was so embarrassed when I got reminded of that. They're like, you look like I'm not going to say that word because I got banned from TikTok as well for that. But be resilient. So the 3 R's, resourceful. Write that down, please. Remember these. The 3 R's that millionaires and billionaires actually have in common: resourceful. The second one is relentless. The third one is resilience. You have to have all 3 of those, and you have to know the game of life in order for you to win. How can you play a game if you don't know the rules, right? So the rules, I'll give you that as well. What I live by: set the foundation for your game. And that is purpose over pleasure. How you do anything is how you do everything. Purpose over pleasure is rule number 1. Rule number 2 is how you do anything is how you do everything. Pretend you're on a reality TV show. Your mom is watching, your dad is watching, your grandparents are watching, your coworkers are watching, your friends are watching. Do you want to look sloppy? Nope. So how you do anything is how you do everything. So just, one little thing at a time. Just pick this up, pick that up, or, whatever the case is. Never negotiate with your inner bitch. I love that one. I absolutely love it. You can't get rid of them. That's your inner critic. You cannot get rid of them because you're going to need that at one point or the other. The other one is you can't be allergic to hard work. Be the person your dog believes you. I'm done. I don't know who said that, but okay. Let's see. Anxiety is the anticipation of future pain. Action alleviates anxiety. Action alleviates anxiety. Use it. Trust me, it works. Can't be allergic to the hard work. Only bitches look for balance. Only bitches look for balance. In this business, I promise you, there is no balance. The savage will always throw the scale down and go after whatever they want. Take it to heart. Having a bad day? Well, get over it, because you're going to be living a good life. And on the other side of that good life, you will have bad days, bad weeks, bad months. So does anybody have? Yes. I would say resourceful is first, relentless is second, and resilient is third. Write it on you guys, girls. I don't care what you got to do. Write this stuff down on a piece of paper, stick it to your bathroom mirror. And the one thing that I got to say, you want to take and get rid of anxiety. Here's another way that you can get rid of anxiety. I want you all to sit there and think about this. and just say this. When you are anxious and you're getting ready to do a TikTok live, about 15 minutes beforehand, just sit there and watch some videos, and then put the phone down and be like, I like myself. 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 If you do that over and over and over again, pretty soon, regardless of how much anxiety you have, you're going to look at yourself and you're going to be like, what is wrong with you? And you're going to laugh. There goes that anxiety. Boom, done, over with. Now you're ready to do a live. Make sense? Make yourself laugh. It's okay. You're about to go to the top. So remember, follow the people up at the top. Da, 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 da. Do you have the same talk on both lives that you do in a day, or do you change it up each time? I change it up. So, and that could be just because of something that I think of in regards to the course itself. It could be something that I learned from the course itself. I can think of all kinds of reasons, but it's just, the ITOS framework. Investigate, test, observe, and scale. I can talk about that for all day long. What about ADA? You can take and go and do the ADA lab, and you can talk about that. So, it's just a matter of what you want to talk about, something that you learned. If you learn something and it dawns on you and it becomes crystal clear, use it as a topic and talk about it. Talk about what we discussed today. You are more than welcome to talk about being resourceful, being relentless and resilient. Use that. Use this foundation of the game of life with people so they understand and they go, wow, that makes sense. That resonates with me. Purpose over pleasure. Most people live their life with nothing but pleasure, but they have no purpose. How chaotic is that life? So it only makes sense to actually put purpose before pleasures, because when you have purpose, you will have a perfection of that purpose, and then you will have pleasure because people will see a difference in you. People will see the understanding of where you're coming from. And remember, one of the key things that I learned, your stance, where you came from. Take that pen that whoever wrote your life, grab that SOB up, turn the page, and write your own life. Write your own future. Stop listening to what everybody else is telling you. Okay? Your stance can be changed at any time, just as baseball, martial arts, football. You're a baseball player and your stance is weak. Well, you can change it. All you got to do is adjust your hips. And now you've got a ton more power behind that bat. You want to take and change your stance? Think about where you want to go. Remember where you came from. Use that as the fuel to fire it up and get to where you want to go. But never forget where you came from, but only change that stance to put more power into that bat so you can get moving. All right, guys, it's about 45 minutes in. Does anybody have any questions specifically? We are actually looking at I made a post the other day. Does anybody understand why I made that post of $178,000? Does anybody know why that post was there? It was 178,000, then it went up to 180,000, and now I think it's up to 182,000. Does anybody know why that post was there? It was leading up to this live. Anybody understand? I know everybody's like, oh God, trust me, I've been there, I've done that. All right. Guys, girls, there is 91 people in this room. Okay? 91 people in this room. You guys, I'm making like anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 a week promoting AdLabs. Okay? I've made $10,000 in 36 hours. I've made, $1,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 a day promoting AdLabs, all while still keeping up with, the CapCut and Canva and learning that and perfecting that so that I can make better ads for the companies that I have. Okay. There are 91 people in here. Your goal, if you're going to take and make money, you've got to take and sit down with yourself. You got to have an honest conversation. It's actually in this group. You got to have an honest conversation with yourself, and you've got to say, how many do I want? Do I want 1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, $3,000 a day. Some of you have seen me go live 3 or 4 times a day. That is because my goal is to get to 2,000 a day. Okay. And I do this because a lot of you guys look up to me. A lot of you have seen what I do, have seen what Amanda does. I'm leading by example. I'm showing you that it can be done. I'm showing you that you can do it. You just have to have a structure. You have to have a solid foundation, and you have to have a purpose. Okay. So you can do $5,000 to $10,000 a week. I promise you, you can. You just have to get rid of that self-limiting belief. You have to get rid of that inner critic. You have to stop worrying about being or hearing what other people are saying about you and be resilient. And if you want that $2,000 a day, be relentless. Don't stop until you get it. Nobody's going to change it for you. So with that being said, the reason why that $178,000 post is in there is because there was, at that point, 89 people. That's $2,000 a day per person. That is the budget that Rick has set. Okay. So if you want to make that and you want a chunk of that change, you can get it. It's just a matter of, what to do. If you guys want me to go live with you in your groups, if you want me if you have your own Facebook groups, I will go live with you in your own groups. I'm not going to charge you anything, but if I get you sales, you're going to take and be able to make money, right? Does that make sense? So I'll be happy to help you in any which way I can. Do understand and please respect the fact that we are very, very busy. Amanda and I are getting ready to go on vacation. Can't wait to see you guys while we're in Roatan. But we will be live from Roatan and we will be still interacting, but not as heavily as we are right now, not until we get done. Does anybody have any questions? Nope. We got 11 people in here. Let's get some likes so we can actually get this forwarded to everybody else on the Facebook page. But anyways, if there is no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and end this live and let you guys get back to your thing because I have to go shopping. Anybody else? If not, I wish you well. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'll be glad to have. Does AdLabs have a shared funnel? Yes, it does. But it's not 100% right now. Who said that? Is AdLabs exploring other platforms to help and teach us how to drive ads for our clients other than Facebook? Yes. Rick is, from what I understand, working with the Google Ads expert as well. So you may have Google Ads. However, I do understand that Google Ads is a little bit more expensive, but you can also, TikTok has basically the same platform as Facebook. So you can do your ads on there as well. TikTok Marketplace, I believe it's called. If somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Any other questions? Dude, what? What'd you say? Dude, you've Asher? What? Confused. But anyways, if there's no more questions, if you guys want, we are going to take and do another live. And the next time I think I am coming live, remember, your mentor is absolutely watching and loving everything that's going on. He is very happy with AdLabs. He will not quit until it is an absolute success. Like I said, we talk to Rick all the time, and he is absolutely ecstatic and coming up with new ideas and new things to do. Hence the reason why he's talking with Google Ads experts. But there's more things coming, and I promise you, this is going to be absolutely amazing. There's so many people out there who don't understand it, don't get it, and Rick is showing people how to get it and do it right so that you can make an income consistently and know what you're making next month, the month after that, the month after that. So let's get going. All right, guys, I'm going to take and jump off here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Don't wait until 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock